House Speaker Michael Madigan has asked the legislature's top watchdog to investigate, I guess, him and his group of lieutenants, if you will. Allegations that his allies retaliated against a Democratic lawmaker, a move that could provide him some insulation as he remains under fire over his sexual harassment claims in his political and government organizations. It sounds to me the Speaker Madigan might already feel he knows the outcome of the investigation. Oh, why else would Mr. Madigan ask for such an investigation? Beats me, but anything that comes through his office, I question. And this centers around a North Side State Representative Kelly Cassidy, denying that she was pressured to resign from a part-time job Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart's office. Her accusations could lead to a party rift that emerged earlier this year and played out in the Democratic primary race for governor. Now, this is a mess, is what this is. We have Lieutenant Governor Evelyn Sanguinetti in with us. And first of all, good morning. It's been a busy morning for you already, getting the kids off to school and everything, and it's time for work. This story is pretty darn big.
No kidding, Tom. Thank you so much for having me this morning. I think the entire state is kind of appalled by this. I heard you mentioning before that we kind of know what this outcome of this so-called investigation, the sort of conclusion that's going to result from it. Simply put, Representative Kelly Cassidy was totally right, since she's been clashing the cymbals about all this sexual harassment going on within Mike Madigan's organization since February of this year, that there needs to be an independent body investigating this alleged wrongdoing. If you go in-house to your top watchdog, you know exactly the conclusion that's going to come out of there. That's why Representative Kelly Cassidy has been saying you need to go to an independent source. And look at what's happened to her. She's been completely retaliated against, chased out of her job, essentially, her part-time job. Mm-hmm. And this is a woman trying to make a living, just like you and me and every other Illinoisan trying to get ahead.
Well, Madigan has a way of going after folks who make him a little less than comfortable, and I guess he feels that since he's the Illinois' candy man, he can do it.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, I have a daughter that just turned 18, and I'm always telling her, you know, to stand up for her rights, and if you see something, you got to say something.
Yeah.
Yet look at what happened to Kelly Cassidy. You know, what message does this send to our young ladies out there? You know?
Well, you know, the fact that Pritzker's being absolutely silent, one can say, well, you know, maybe Mr. Madigan's hand isn't up his backside moving his lips for him at this point in time. But I'd like to think that Mr. Pritzker does at some time have a mind or a conscience that he could think for himself. And if this is willful silence, is that bad?
Well, it's part of the machine.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
And the machine can't work if you speak. You know, and you know what? J.B. Pritzker has got to speak because he looks for the support of the people of the state of Illinois. And if Madigan's machine is engaged in this wrongdoing, that's something J.B. Pritzker must do. And his silence has been deafening. And, you know, silence sometimes speaks louder than words. Like I say, it nourishes the wrongdoing.